Hi. Hello there. How are you? Oh. Morning, guys. Hopefully everybody can hear me so far.
Yes.
Okay.
I guess you can figure it out how to put the background on your video.
Oh, yeah. This is leftover from some meetings from yesterday, so
Fancy.
I'm trying to be in my happy place.
Professor,
Yes.
can you post the link of this class on your announcements? Because if we have to go back on the email every day, I don't think it's possible.
Oh, I see. Let me keep a note. That's like not a bad idea. I'm still not used to doing multiple places. I got a little list of things that I need to do. Let's see, put the Zoom link on the announcements.
Yeah, it will be there forever. Then we just easily.
I only made each week I'm gonna set up the 2 meetings. So I guess I'll just update the announcement every week. It's not a bad idea. Can you guys right now, I don't think I did this last time. This will help me keep track of attendance. Just go to chat and say here. Because then I can get a record of the chat. Sweet, thank you. Of course, I love it when somebody logs in and their name is iPhone. And I'm like, can you also say your name? Let's see. Everybody's got their name. That's good. Hey, Maddie, if you could hear me, go to chat and say here, just to help me keep attendance. Whoa. Let me try one more time. Maddie, if you can hear me, go to chat and say here. Just type here. There we go. All right, sweet. So while we wait for other people to show up, anybody have any? And you guys heard, just to let you know, you guys heard when you logged in that this is recorded, right?
Yes.
Okay. So if you don't want to be a part of the video that gets posted on YouTube, you can kill your webcam if you want to. Otherwise, when you talk, you're going to show up on the screen. So you'll be up on YouTube for everyone to see.
Okay.
Let me see. Anybody else here? No, not yet. I'm going to test something out with you guys. I'm going to try to share my screen. Let's see what happens. Oh, boy. All right, where's the thing? There it is. Can you guys all see that? The confidence intervals?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to do that later. Weehaw. Somebody else is here. Nantana?
What? He's got on a few times. Like it's just literally.
Okay, let's see. If you guys have any questions, officially we start at 7:45 now. So this is sort of like my office hours. So if you have a question you want to ask, feel free, or just hang out. Maybe I could do that right now. Oh, that's true. I'll do that for maybe I could do that. And guys, did you notice I think there were a couple of people are here right now that weren't here Monday. On Canvas, there's a review sheet that is what practice test 2 would have been. And I've also posted to YouTube the solutions to that review sheet. So yeah, it's up to you. That's just like the practice test. You can look at it, you can not look at it, totally up to you. And part of it relates to the quiz that we're having today.
Just want to make sure that the quiz today will due 11:59, right?
Oh yes, due tonight, due at midnight.
Okay.
Yeah. Let me see.
Hey, does this work? Okay, so you say it's due tonight, the quiz. But if it's not coming up on my Canvas, what do I do?
Oh, I'm not going to post it there until after the lecture.
Oh, okay.
We're going to be discussing things that are on the quiz. I don't want somebody doing it while I'm telling them how to do it.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Good question, though. Let me see. Maybe I'll do that later. Oh, that's weird. Huh. Okay. There it is. Yes. Okay. Sorry. Still getting used to Canvas. All right.
You can put thing up there and schedule it.
Say it one more time.
Like whatever on Canvas, you can schedule the time to publish it. So you can just put it and then, you know, we see it later.
Oh, yeah. I got you. So it'll become live when I tell it to. Yeah. I got you. Oh, somebody else is here. Let me see. All right. So if anybody came in after I said this, just take a quick second and say here in the chat. That'll make it easier for me to see the chat log for attendance. Let me see. Let me see, I think. Savannah, can you hear me? Hey, all right, that works. I just needed everybody to chat something to me so I could keep attendance easier. Thank you. All right, so it's about 8 more minutes and we'll get started officially. And if you guys have questions, you can feel free to ask away. I don't think I've ever, anybody who says online teachers have it easy. They're wrong. This is, oh, let me see. Did you put the solutions? Yes, not on Canvas. It's just on YouTube. Dantana, did you disagree with what I said? You think online teachers have it easy? Is that all right, Maddie? Dantana, are you okay out there, or are you just generally negative? Oh, it was an accident. Okay, I'll clear it. Bam. All right. This has been really interesting. I've been running some meetings. I'm the chair of one of the committees at the college. I've been running meetings through Zoom, and voting and all that kind of stuff is interesting. Keeping track of the chat is crazy. Anyway, I'm not used to any of this. Let me see. I'll say that later when more people get here. Okay. Oops, wait a minute. All right. Oh yeah, shoot. Let me do that. Darn it. No, it's 90. What do I want? No, no, no. Oh, ruh-roh. Hey, if you just logged in, we're just waiting about 4 more minutes and I'll get things started officially. All right, where'd it go? Here we go. There we go, okay. Okay. Yay, Richard. Let's see. If you just joined recently and you haven't said here in chat yet, please go to chat and say type here real quick. It'll help me keep attendance easier. Anybody? If you want credit for being here, go to chat and type here. Hey, all right. And let's see, Richard, you out there? Yes, all right, thanks, Rich. Okay. Let me see. All right. Just like 2 more minutes, guys, and we'll get started officially. Everybody here right now, did you see that I posted the solutions to that review sheet up on the YouTubes, on the internets? I didn't put a Canvas announcement. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get used to maintaining multiple things. I'm not a YouTuber. I don't monetize my videos. I don't give a shit how many people like or view or subscribe. But if I were you, I would subscribe to the channel so you know when I post something new. That's kind of crazy. You're not helping me out in any way. I'm just trying to help you out. That would be hilarious if I monetize my videos. Holy shit. I wouldn't blame anybody for not watching any of my videos then. Let's see. All right, what we got? We're almost there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 people out of 21 or so. What is that? 43%? Not quite half, yeah. Okay. Okay, let's see. Turn that off. Leave my happy place. Hey, did she make it in? Let's see. Oh, shoot, somebody was here and then they left. Shoot. Oh yeah, come on. I'm gonna rename myself. You didn't know my first name is John. I don't go by John. Okay. All right, guys. So I'm gonna officially start. Somebody tried to log in right now. There's Kate. All right. So first thing I want to do is we are going to do some new stuff today. We're going to get into chapter 8 a bit. Just to remind everybody, I said this earlier, we do have that quiz today. So after the lecture, it will be live up on Canvas. So right after this lecture, go to Canvas, grab the quiz, get it done. Hopefully by now, everybody's learned how to scan something using an app. Scan it to a PDF format. PDF format's the best. And there's a, oh, somebody else just got here. On Canvas, when you go to our class, under the Pages link, there is one called Photo to PDF. It explains to you the different types of apps available for whatever kind of device you have for doing scans and making it PDF. Does anyone have issues scanning stuff and sending it to me? Let me know. Oh, there's a few people. Let's see. How many people do I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. All right. If you just got here, take a second and go to chat and say here. Just type here. That will help me out a lot. Thank you. Okay, so first off, any questions? Has anybody tried out that review sheet? I posted the video for the solutions to that review sheet. I posted that up on YouTube. So if you want to look at that, that's a great idea. That effectively is practice test 2, and the next 2 quizzes are going to be test 2 broken up into quizzes. So the quiz today is a part of what you would have taken as a test. Does anyone have any questions from the review sheet? Or questions from homework related to chapter 5 and chapter 6? 5 and 6? Because that's what the quiz is going to cover today. Chapter 5 and 6. Everybody's okay? I don't see anything happening. Let's see. Okay. Not seeing any questions, which I'm going to assume is good. Chapter 5 was about uniform probabilities. Chapter 6 is about just straight normal curve, no central limit theorem yet. Central limit theorem is chapter 7. So you don't have to worry about that on the quiz today. That will be on the next quiz, which I think I said was Monday, but it will be Monday, the next quiz. Somebody help me out. Let's see if everybody remembers the yes and no. Did I mention on Monday that we're going to have another quiz next Monday? Okay. Oh, I love it. I have one person saying no and several people saying yes. So let me just make it really official now for everybody. So there's a quiz today, 5 and 6, and then there's going to be a quiz on Monday, 4 and 7. And together, those 2 quizzes constitute what would have been test 2. Okay, so everybody, at any time, if you want, you guys should all know how to raise your hand virtually, right? So anytime you want me, or just chime in and say, hey, Mr. Wall, just stop me and ask a question. If there's no questions, we're going to jump right into, oh, here we go. Maddie with a very smart question. Can you be a little more specific, or Maddie, just a little more specific? Maddie's like, no, man. I ask a question, answer it. I'm like, oh, okay. Chapter 5 dealt with uniform probabilities, right? So if I have a uniform curve from 7 to 18, then what will that look like? Can anybody tell me? What shape would that take on? Anybody? What shape would that take? What shape would that look like? Would it be a bell? Ah, there you go. Okay, rectangle. All right. So 7 to 18, it looks like a big old rectangle. How tall would it be? How do you figure out the height? Kid, all right. 1/11, kick ass. Pew. Not 11. It's 11 wide. It's 11 wide, so in order for the whole area to be 1, and the whole area being 1 is related to all the probabilities adding up to be 1. They are exactly the same idea. So to make the whole area 1, it's got to be the reciprocal of that. Okay, and then I can ask questions like, what's the probability that X is between, let's not make it too freaky yet, 10 and 12, right? So if you drew that in, I could even use another color, watch out. 10 and 12. The answer is going to be the area that creates. So that desperately needs to be really nice, right? So this would be 2 times 1/11. I like it, which I think is 0.1818. I'm pretty sure. You can double check me on that. Okay. All right. That's chapter 5. That's uniform curve. In the homework and on the practice test. Thank you, Monica. In the homework and on the practice test, there's a problem related to the mean and standard deviation of uniform curves. You need to know those exist, but I'm not going to put that on the test. I'm not going to worry about the mean and standard deviation formulas for the uniform curve, but you still have to do it on the homework, and you still should do it on the practice test because I have a larger idea behind it on the practice test. Okay. Anything about chapter 5? I mean, that's the basic idea of 5. Well, and then the only other weird thing I could say is something like, what's probably x is equal to 9? And of course, what's that? Yeah, look at all that shit. I like it. It's an explosion of zeros. Y'all came in hard on the chorus. I like that. And of course, what if I say probably x is greater than 1? No. It's not 0. Yeah. What are the only values x can take? 7 to 18. So the probably x is greater than 1 is 100%. It can only be a number that's bigger than 1. All right. Okay. So that's basically the kind of problems you'll see from me on a quiz or a test from chapter 5, right? The homework gets deeper, as it should, and then you're happy that the test is not as crazy, or you should be. Something else just got here. Okay. All right, so that's chapter 5. Chapter 6, we have done so much from chapter 6. I'm hoping this is before we learned central limit theorem. This is just, do I even have my z-score chart somewhere? This is really just, can you read this bad boy correctly, right? That's really what this is. So this is where I'm going to give you a normal curve. It's normal. The mean is 287. The standard deviation is 41. And then I ask you, what's the probability that x is bigger than 300, right? Do it. Take a minute and do that problem. Hopefully you all still have your z-score chart. If you have left that somewhere or burned it or made it a paper airplane and it flew away from you in a storm, just email me or something. I could put a copy. I should just put a copy of it. Let me put that on my notes. I'll put a copy of it up on Canvas so you guys can download another copy if you need it. Okay. How's this problem going? Has anyone gotten the answer yet? You're all like, slow down, dude. Let's see. Let's see if you work. So if I draw this, now I got my shadow. It's either glare or shadow. I can't win. If I draw this, 287's in the middle. I know it's bell-shaped because I said it's normal, right? So chapter 6, they have to say it's normally distributed. In chapter 7, if n is greater than 30, it doesn't matter what the hell they said, right? The sample means will be normal in chapter 7. Chapter 6, we're not talking about samples and sample means. They have to tell me it's normal or else I can't do shit, right? At least in stats 1. I want greater than 300. Cool. Greater than 300. So then what do I do now? Anybody? I go back to bed? No. What do I do? Yes. All right. So if I make this into a z-score, I can then look it up on the sheet that has all the answers. So it's always my data point minus the mean, minus the middle, divided by the spread, which is 41. Why didn't I change that? Because I didn't take a sample. Back it. So what do you think it's going to be, Jeff? I think it's going to be about 0.25. It's going to be a little bigger than 0.25. Let's see. I said that so confidently. Well, shit. Well, I guess technically you're right, Jeff. What was I thinking about? Oh, well, I'm way off. 0.32 looks like. Oh, yeah. Oh, I see. I made it way simpler than I was supposed to. Somebody get that? 0.32? Is that all right? All right. Indicate to me in some way. You can raise your hand. You can say no. You don't have to say yes. You can just sit there and go, oh my God, keep going. But let me know in some way if you need me to slow down or recover something. And now that I got the 0.32, I can look it up. 0.32, 0.32 is that, and now you guys know it, and I don't know it yet because I haven't looked at it. 6255 is what I get. So that 6255, of course, is going to be here. The minute you look up a z-score, you put what you get below what you just looked up because that's what the hell the chart tells you. And so to get the right answer, I have to do 1 minus this. So that would be 0.3745. Yes, whoever said that. Yes. Cool. I like it. Somebody's telling me yes. Thank you for the affirmations. Okay. Already got anybody need me to keep that up there for a minute? No. Okay. So I want to show you. Yeah, I'm going to do one more, but I want to do one more thing with this before. So I'm going to take this part away. Bye. So what if I ask you, let me see, find P, what you got, Jeff? P7. What the hell's P7? Oh, okay, just a minute, Livia. Keep your hand up, I'll come back to you. Anybody know what P7 means? Yes, the 7th percentile. So if I draw that, my mean is still 287. P7, is it to the left or the right? Where's P7 going to be? Yeah, it's got to be down here. Please let this make sense. This means 7% below. So it's got to be really small, so it's only got 7% in there, which is no tiny. Put the 0.07 up here because it's an area. I don't know what the z-score is yet, right? So how do I find the z-score? I try to find, and it's a negative z-score, right? It's down here, it's negative. So if I try to find 0.07, this is really hard to look at and show you at the same time. 0.07 looks to be really close in here. Let me see if you guys can see that. Oh man, I can't see it and show you at the same time. These two right here. These two are close. And the closest thing to 0.07, one of them is 8 away, the other one's 6 away. So 0.0694 is the closest area that I see. It's over here somewhere. And if you look, so it's right there, 0.0694. So if you look out, it'll be negative 1.48. And that is the z-score. So for me, I created this for myself. This is my own notation. Z-scores go in parentheses. All right, let me stop for a minute. Anybody not good with that? Okay. And then that's not the answer yet, though. I want to find the 7th percentile value. So I've got to use this backwards formula, right? This one is great. If I know the z-score, I do. And I know the mean, I do. And I know the standard deviation, I do. Then you just plug it all in there, start the mean, and go down 1.48 of these. Become an 8. What's that going to be? 60, 227 roughly. You guys remember this formula? It's really this formula solved for x. What did I say? I think it's 227 roughly. Everybody's video is off so that you could all be in another room. I love it. Here we go. 226.32. I like it. So if this was some kind of standard test, if you made this score on it, you're in the 7th percentile and you basically suck. But that's what that means. Okay. So let me see. Livia, you have a question from the Rivishi. What's your question?
I saw in the video that like for the question 4, the item that was about like asking about the 2000 students.
Yes.
Okay, so it was asking about like to have a test score greater than 302.
Yes.
And then we use from the first like the first part, the A item, we use the numbers there, but what I understood is that you used on the video like the one that was on the left and not the one on the right.
Oh shit. Well, if I did, that's my mistake.
It
So
was supposed to be the one on the right, right? That we were supposed to use.
let me try to share this screen. Here we go. Everybody hold on. Let's see what happens here. Oh shit. Jeff's trying to do some technological. Oh my God. All right. How's that? Does everybody see that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't remember now. I didn't, but yeah, it's very, very possible that I made a mistake here. What you're supposed to do is take the final answer to this question, because this question will be the percentage of students who have a score greater than 302. So then if you take that answer times 2,000, that'll be the actual number of students. So yeah, I totally can see me taking the wrong percentage. So it should be the final answer to the first part. Yeah. So I apologize. Go ahead, start.
It's okay.
Okay.
You were kind of iffy on the video, to be honest. But just, yeah. So it's just, am I supposed to use the numbers after 302, right? In that case, it would be like 0.2743.
You're supposed to use the answer to number for this one. That would be the percentage, and then you multiply it by 2,000. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
So you got to excuse me. I've never done so much Zoom ever. And like yesterday, I went about 2 meetings above my threshold of my ability to handle. Because every meeting is now Zoom and there's more meetings. Anyway, sorry. So that's all. So I will apologize if I get a little loopy doing this. Anything about this here? Do you want another problem? Somebody was saying they wanted another problem like that. Is that true? Anybody want another problem like this? Okay. All right, let me see if you got, well, no, I'm not gonna make it too freaky. So if I said I have a normal distribution with a mean of 3.07 and a standard deviation of 0.029. Ooh, yeah. Nice and gross numbers. I love it. And I want to know what's the probability that X is between, what is it, Jeff? You can do it, buddy. 3 and 3.1. Yeah, that sounds good. So try that one out, and then I'm going to jump into some new stuff, I think. Maybe. We'll see. Make sure I don't knock my whole house over. Water. Stay hydrated, guys. All right, is that cool? So I know it's normal. The mean is 3.07. I want from 3 to 3.1. So I want this area here. This never has to really be to scale. Just make sure those numbers are on the correct side. And then, of course, the answer to this question is the same answer that I asked earlier is, what do you do now? Well, you take each one of these values and you make a z-score, right? So what would the z-score be for 3? It was 3 minus the mean divided by the standard deviation. What's it going to be, Jeff? I don't know. About 2.35. All right, math boy. Okay, I can live with that. Yeah. Negative 2.41. That's right. I like it. Thank you, Maddie. So that's negative 2.41. And now if I make 3.1 into a z-score, so let me just kind of hijack this. Has everybody got that? I mean, we all desperately need to be completely comfortable with this. Let me put 3.1 here. We convert 3.1 into a z-score. Let me see. 3. Oh, shit. That's going to be about, what do we get there? I don't know. 1 point something, 1.5? I don't know. Jeff. .03. I like it. Thank you. So 1.03. I got 1.03. Get in there. Okay. And then if I look 1.03 up, I'll get that area. That's way too freaking much. So then if I look up negative 241, I get the exact area that's too much. So I subtract the areas and I only end up with the amount that I want. I mean, that's so beautifully physically makes sense that I have no idea how to explain it otherwise, because it's so if I look up 1.03, try to look up 1.03. I should get my glasses. I just have to admit. 0.8485. Thank you, Sikorn. And then, where's that? 241, negative 241, I get 0.008. I think it's 8485. Let's see. Yeah, 8485. And I already forgot. 008. Yes, thank you. So then the answer is going to be 8485 minus 0.0080, and that's nice. And oh, I see. Who's that? Livia. You got to let everybody catch up to you, buddy. Now I'm with you. 8405. I like it. So about 84% chance that in this distribution, something's between 3 and 3.1. Now, are 3 and 3.1 very far apart? You can't answer the question in general. Here, yeah, because look, every step is only 0.03. Holy shit, they are many steps apart. That's why this big percentage makes sense. Okay, maybe. All right, let me see. Any other questions before we get into new stuff? And real quick, while I'm thinking about it, if anybody logged in after I said this, just if you haven't typed anything in the chat yet, just say here or something in the chat. Helps me keep attendance. You don't want to be here and then have me go, where the hell have you been? Okay. Oh, somebody just joined. Whoever just entered, please take a second and type here in the chat so I know that you're here. If you want to. If you don't want credit for being here, don't type here. Okay, so not seeing any of the questions. We're going to get into some new stuff now. Thank you, Angel. Okay. So chapter 7 was the central limit theorem, right? And that's where we have to change the standard deviation if we have a sample, right? Just to keep everybody up to date, if you didn't log in earlier, just to remind you, obviously today we have a quiz on 5 and 6, and then Monday we have a quiz on chapter 4 and chapter 7. And the reason I'm doing that is together they make what would have been test 2. All of our tests are now quizzes except for the final exam. Yay. Okay. Let me check right now. All of you are capable of turning your a video on, right? You don't have to do it right now, but for the final exam, you are going to have video so I can sit and watch you take the final. That's going to be exciting. Oh, I can't wait. But that's the only way I can think to maintain a little integrity. These quizzes, like today's quiz, it says on the quiz, it's going to say in Canvas, you are not allowed to use anything except what you would be allowed to use in the classroom, which is the Z-score chart, your calculator, scrap paper, and the quiz and a pencil. Right? You can't use Google, you can't use Phone a Friend, you can't use any of that shit. Now, unfortunately, fortunately, most guys will do that. Unfortunately, some of you will succumb to temptation. And what I'm trying to tell you is, oh shit, my internet connection's unstable. Am I still there for you guys? That's the greatest thing nowadays is if my freaking internet service provider gives up on me. I'm still here? Okay, thank God. Okay, thank you. What the hell was I saying? Oh yeah. Final exam, I'm going to watch you. You're not going to be able to use anything. So if you are using help on everything and then the final comes along and you're not able to use help, you're screwed. So don't do that to yourself. Okay. So here's what we're going to do now. Chapter 8 is kind of really, really, really nifty. Holy crap. Let me see if I can't pretend to be there. How's that? Okay. So chapter 8 is this. Section 8.1 starts off with what most often we have a situation where we do not know the actual mean of something. So for example, we have a new drug, right? Maybe it's going to combat coronavirus. That'd be great. We have no idea the average length of time it stays in the bloodstream or something. Right, guys? Everybody? Okay. Right? Because it's a brand new drug. So we don't know anything about it, really. So we'll say we don't know how long it stays in the bloodstream on average, right? So how in the world could we figure that out? If I give that drug to a sample of people, hopefully people that I didn't just kidnap, but that they willingly said, give me the drug. I can get a sample average, but will that represent the actual average of anybody who would take the drug? No, right? Every sample is going to be a little different. So let me see. Let's do something. Well, let's do this. This is something a little less immediate for us. Let's talk about. Sure, why not? Let's talk about dolphins. And let's say that we know dolphin lifespan, right? Let's say that we know that the standard deviation of dolphin lifespan is 3.9 years. All right. Okay, we know that. But then we go to a little island somewhere, a little verdant island, right? And there's the water. Oh, the water. Oh, okay. And we take a sample of dolphins from this area, right? We take a sample of dolphins. There's a bunch of dolphins, and we take them as a sample. Let's say, it doesn't really matter. Let's say I take 36 dolphins. Become a thing. Okay. Does anybody have a question so far? I haven't really done much yet. Is everybody with me? Anybody not with me right now? Okay. Looks like everybody's all right. Either everybody's all right or I'm talking to myself. I don't know. It could be either one of those. And from this, we get a sample mean of, what do you got, Jeff? I don't know. How long do dolphins live? I should have looked this up, but too bad I didn't. Let's say 16 years. We kind of take a sample and then we wait for them to die. That's really exciting. And we get that a sample mean life of 16 years, right? What is the true mean? What is the true mean? What is mu for the dolphins around this island? All right. Let me let you absorb that for a minute. This basically captures how statistics works. We have an unknown thing. For example, I know I'm putting another example in the middle of an example, but you go to a town and you check to see what the occurrence of cancer is by taking a sample, and then you can do what we're about to do to figure out what does it seem like the whole town's cancer rate is. And then we can say, is that abnormally high? In which case we want to check the water, check the food, check the air. Or is it abnormally low? In which case we want to check the food, check the water, check the air. And maybe it's something they're eating, and then we're like, everybody eat this because it seems to make cancer not happen. So this is what we're getting into, investigating populations through samples, which is what statistics is. We take a sample to get some feel for what the population is. I know my sample mean is 16. But what's the actual mean lifespan for dolphins here? Do we have any idea? Does anyone know? Anyone know what the actual lifespan is for the dolphins here? Anybody? And by the way, I don't know if anybody's talking, but you're all muted, I think. So you have to unmute yourself. But you're all like, just keep going, math boy. All right, I got you. So what I need is, I need some way to figure out how good of an estimate this is. Yeah, Olivia, we will in a minute. That's a very good point, because we took a sample of 36. We are going to have to change the standard deviation. We are. So here's the idea. Here's the idea. Stay with me. Hopefully, I mean, there's not a lot here, but it is kind of put together in a way you're not used to. So just, you got to let me know if you have questions about what's here. We don't know what the mean of these dolphins is. We know the standard deviation for all dolphins is 3.9 years. And we know the sample for these dolphins in this area is 16 years old, right? Oh man, my internet connection is having trouble. Oh man. Stupid internet connection. All right, I'm just gonna have to pray that it holds up. Oh shit. Am I still blurry? Let me do this. Hold on, guys. Oh man, I'm sorry. Let me decrease the load. I think it's my connection just having troubles. Yeah. No better? Any better? Am I still here? A little better. We can see it still. Okay. Still blurry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. All right. Oh. All right. All right, I'm going to keep going. I apologize for the Wi-Fi issues, but that's the world we live in now. Let me see. Give me 1 second, guys. Hold on. This is the way the world's going to be now, so just hold on. Let me double check my connection speed right now. Uh-oh, looks like it's going to be bad. No, it's good. It's not as good as it has. Yeah, it's not bad. So it's not my Wi-Fi. All right. My Wi-Fi is fine. All right. The word after, oh, here. What's the average lifespan for the dolphins around the island? Okay. You guys with me? So let me recapture what we've just done. We're very curious about the dolphins. Some of the people that live on the island say, oh yeah, the dolphins live like way long time. And we're like, okay, we want to figure out how long these dolphins live. There's no way in hell I'm going to look at every single dolphin. So what we do is we take a sample of dolphins to get a sample mean. But what's wrong with that? It's just a sample. I can never learn the exact truth from a sample, which is why statistics is the most honest math. It's always saying, shit, I don't know exactly, but here's what I think. I mean, and that's life. Jeff's dispensing philosophy. Okay. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. Here's the idea. And again, you know how I operate by now. We're going through the idea behind what we're gonna do, and then I'm gonna get into the nuts and bolts of what we're gonna do. That's how it always is. So just, if you haven't found a way to deal with that yet, you need one. So here's this. So do you guys agree that there is some real mean for the dolphins' lifespan? Of course there is. I have a group of dolphins. There is a mean lifespan for those dolphins. There just is. Yes? All right. If I take a sample, my sample mean could be anything. I'm almost certain it's not going to be the actual mean, right? If I take a sample, I would put money on the mean of the sample not being the mean of the population. We've known that since day one. How do you make it better? You take a larger sample. Is it going to be exactly the mean yet? No, probably not. It's just a sample. It's probably going to have some higher, some lower maybe, right? So hopefully that idea is old. There's a real mean that I don't know, and I'm never going to know. Never. There's no way in hell I'm going to look at all these freaking dolphins, right? Although now everybody's got more time. Who knows? But we take a sample, and it is somewhere. It's not going to be equal to the real mean more than likely. It is possible, but really unlikely. So here's what we're going to do. This is actually an idea we've known for a while. Let me see. If I go to start at the sample mean and I go 2 standard deviations up and 2 standard deviations down, can you guys see that? That might be, there we go. Laptop work, there we go. All right, let me stop. Anybody, let me think, how do I ask this? Does this sound familiar? What does that mean when I'm going up 2 standard deviations, down 2 standard deviations? What does that mean? Okay, max and min usual values. Anybody remember why it was 2 standard deviations? Today we're going to get into changing that too. Sometimes it won't be 2 standard deviations. What percentage would be in here? What percentage would be around that? Yes, beautiful. 95%, right? Isn't that the whole idea? You go out 2 steps, 95% is in there, and that's why we said anything outside of there would be weird. So now listen. If I take 16 and let's actually do this, and then I can talk a little bit more specifically about this. I don't want to stand up because I got my jambies on, but let me see if I can do this. If I start at this mean, now somebody said earlier, what am I supposed to do with this? What do I have to do with 3.9? What do I need to do? Can I use that standard deviation when I'm talking about the sample means? No, I can't, right? I've got to change it. Jeff? Let me see. Divided by the square root of 36. Become a 3 and a 6. 1.3 divided by 2.65. Is that right? I think it's 0.65. Nobody? Is anybody still there? Thank you. 0.975. I don't know what that is. All right. Now watch. Let me take this away. If I start, oh, that's all right, Manny. Trust me, I know all about using wrong numbers and getting wrong things. If I start at what I got, the sample mean, and I go up and down 2 of these, all right, this is where things get really weird, then I will have caught 95% of all the possible sample means. That's what that means. Anybody not good with what I just said? Let me say it again. If I start at my sample mean and I go up and down 2 standard deviations, I have to use this one because I'm talking about sample means. Then I've caught 95% of all the possible sample means. That's putting together several things we've done a lot of already. Now, this is such a beautiful idea, and this is such a way for me to lecture on it that I hope this is getting across. So therefore, we take the island away. Bye, island. No, I just killed everybody on the island. I'm sorry. If I take this 16 and I go up and down 2 of these, somebody's ringing my doorbell. Okay. Oh, where am I at? There I am. Okay. Right? So my mean, give or take 2 standard deviations, I will have caught 95% of all of the possible sample means. So that's 1.3. Let me take this away. Let me stop for a minute. So that'll be, so if I always get somebody that, well, it's been a while since this happened, but I have had people say, where's my plus minus button on my calculator? So 16 minus 1.3 is 14.7. 16 plus 1.3 is 17.3. Yeah, okay, I like it. Sounds about right. So that is this. So, and really, so what is the probability? What are the chances that my interval catches the real mean? All right, so let me say everything I said earlier again. The interval we just made, we designed it to capture about 95% of all the sample means possible. So what is the probability that the interval I just made actually captures the real mean lifespan of dolphins in that area? Is anybody with me anymore? Everybody's in the kitchen making breakfast. No, not 50%. So here's a nice analogy I like. If I threw a net out into a lake and I caught 95% of all the fish, what's the probability I caught a certain fish? Yes. There's a 95% chance. So when we calculate a sample mean, I know it's probably wrong. It's probably not the real mean. We've known that since day one, right? And I think my internet's freaking out again. I look kind of weird. All right. So let me say again. When I take a sample mean, I'm almost certain it's not the real mean. So what this process is trying to do is it's trying to improve on that best guess. What's called my estimate, my point estimate is what the book calls this. This is my point estimate. So if I do this, I construct an interval and I can now say this. We are 95% confident that the interval, this is going to be fun, 14.7 years to 17.3 years contains the true mean lifespan. Of all dolphins in that area, right? Oh God, you guys can't see that, Earl. Johanna, you okay? You're making, I don't know what you're saying. You're not going to be able to read that. We are 95% confident that the interval, 14.7 years to 17.3 years, contains the true mean lifespan of dolphins in that, around that island. And if you put everything together, if we do this, from this, we capture 95% of all the fish or all the sample means. Therefore, I am 95% confident that this interval captures a certain sample mean, the one that would be the real mean. So if another group came and they picked another sample of 36, you with me? Another group comes and like, oh, you guys suck. We're going to take our own dolphins. We're going to pick our own 36 dolphins and we're going to create a confidence interval. And the interval they make, so this is us, and this is them, and they make an interval of 15 to 17, right? They do all the same work, but they use the results they got, and their interval is 15 to 17. Which one of our intervals shows more certainty in what they found? Another way to say it is, which interval is not as wide? Which one is more narrow? Which one of these intervals, us or them, yeah, their interval is not as wide. Their net they cast out doesn't have to be as big to capture 95%. Somehow, they're more sure about what they found. All right. And if somebody else came along and did this and got 5 to 80, I'm like, holy shit, don't even publish that, right? If somebody's like, how old is that guy? Somewhere between 5 and 80. I'm not asking you any more questions. You're weird. Get away from me. So if I get something this crazy big, it's not worth anything. It doesn't give me a better idea of what the reality is. Okay, so let's formalize a couple things. Does anybody need this still? I'm going to erase this. Anybody still need this? No. Okay. I know Olivia, Johanna, and Monica are still here. I like that. Let me see. So here's the formalization of this. Here's how I create what's called a confidence interval. Oh, crap. There we go. So create a confidence interval. You take a sample. Right? Right now, we have to know the population standard deviation. Section 8.2 is going to be all about what you do when you don't know the population standard deviation. Let me take a quick second right now. Can you guys really quick hit the yes button if you can still see and hear me? Okay, it's glitching big time over here for me. 5 of you are actually here. 7, ooh, 8. Somebody's running from the other room right now. Oh shit, hit the yes button. Don't just say yes. That would really help me out. Hit the, can everybody see the yes button? If you can't see the yes button, hit the no button. No, I'm joking. If you hit the participants at the bottom of the screen, you should see everybody's name and then a yes and a no button. Okay, I like it. Thank you. 13, 14. Okay, I think that's almost everybody. Holy crap. There we go. My laptop is not enjoying life. There we go. I think that's everybody. Okay, thank you, everybody. Thank you, thank you. Oh, and Jelly's saying no. I like that you can say that to me, but you can't see me. All right, clear. Go away. Oh, man. My laptop is freaking the shit out. Well, as long as you can still see me. My poor little laptop. All right, so here's the process for creating confidence interval. Take a sample. We have to know this, the standard deviation of the population right now. And section 8.2 will actually figure out what to do if we don't know that. Now watch. So this is the last thing. If I want to be, let me see if I can get you guys. If I want to be 90% confident, for example, right? If I want to be 90% confident, what z-scores will I use? Okay, so what is this going to look like? Do you see why I asked this question? I asked this question on, thank you. I asked this question on something, I can't remember. What bounds the middle 90% or something? Somewhere, I can't remember where it was. How do I figure out what those z-scores are? Well, I could do this. If there's 90% inside, there must be 10% outside. So yes, Olivia, there must be 5% on that side. And if you look up 0.05, you're going to get that interesting asterisk dude, right? And that's going to be the 1.645. Right? If I wanted to be 98% confident, these would change. If I want to be 95% confident, these would change. Of course, if I want to be more confident, doesn't it make sense that I would have to go catch more shit? If I want to be more confident that I catch a certain fish, don't I have to throw out a larger net? Doesn't that make physical sense? So that's exactly what the z-score does. It controls how big of a net I throw to correspond with how confident I want to be. So I would take the sample mean I get, give or take the z-score that comes from how confident I want to be. So if it's 90%, I would use 1.645. Do you see how the plus or minus is built in? Plus or minus is built in. Times the standard deviation for groups of size, whatever. That's exactly the formula we used just a minute ago with the Dolphins. Whew. So I'm going to do this. I was hoping to get to, let me see if I can show you this. We're not going to do this right now. Get up there. Bop. I've got this handout here. I'm going to put it up on Canvas. And then I want, maybe tomorrow we'll kind of go over it. Let me see, make sure that, is there two sides to this thing? Yes, so don't worry about this side, obviously. We haven't talked about section 8.3 yet. But go ahead and download this. The first I'll do after the, well, no. On Monday is we'll go over this side of it, and then we'll get into section 8.3. The reason I skip section 8.2 for now, we're going to do it later, is because it uses a different distribution. 8.1 and 8.3 both use the z-score stuff. What's really exciting, just love what I'm about to say, is that section 8.2, we get a different chart. This won't work for section 8.2. 8.2 has a different distribution. Oh, yay. Sorry, I understand. But it's the same exact idea. It's just the numbers change a little bit, and we'll talk about the idea behind why they have to change a little bit. Otherwise, I want to go ahead and officially cut this now. If you want to hang out and like have some quick office hours, feel free. If there's anybody right here, right now that didn't say here in the chat, do it right now so that I know you were here. Otherwise, if you did that and you've had enough of me, you can leave. I am gonna make the quiz, I'm gonna make it active right now. Let me see. So somebody's asked me something, hold on. There it is. So if you go to Canvas, let me make sure I got the right section, yes. Okay. If you go to Canvas, you should see the quiz showing up. Oh, thanks, Richard. Yeah, you said here earlier. I understand. That's not a bad idea. So does anybody wants to hang out? Feel free. Monica, you got a question? Otherwise, if you got no question or anything, you can head out now and start working on that quiz. Let me know if you have any technical difficulties. Please, dear God, upload it to Canvas by midnight tonight, PDF format. Please, please, please. If it's late, I am gonna count it as a 0. Oh, Jeff, maybe not. I don't know. Just get it in on time, or else you're gonna get much less points. All right, so well, let's see. Monica, what's up? You got a question?
Yeah, I was just wondering where the quiz was, but I think you answered my question.
So I just made it available on Canvas.
Because there's one right now that's up there. It says quiz 4.
Yes.
Is that it?
That's it.
Okay.
Pretty sure quiz 4 is where we are. Hopefully,
Yeah.
I call it quiz 4, but.
So then just to make sure and that I don't get this wrong, so we print it out, do it, and then, you know, scan it and then submit it back up to you?
That's right.
Okay.
So if I were you, I would do it right now if you can.
Yeah, that's what I'm planning to do.
And then just get it done. And let me know again. Let me know if you have any technical difficulties with getting it to me as soon as that happens, so you don't get counted as late or something.
Alrighty, awesome. Thank you so much.
I can print it because I don't have a printer, but can I write down the answers on a paper sheet and then?
Oh,
like,
sure. Yeah. That's a good point. You don't have to print the quiz out. Good point. Because actually, I have a printer and it's decided to die yesterday. So now I'm like, shit. Do I want to make Amazon workers bring me another printer? I don't know. So you could certainly do it on another piece of paper and then just scan that and send it. That's beautiful.
Okay.
I understand not being able to print stuff out all too well. Mineski, what you got?
You just answered my question about the
good.
planner.
I like it. That's my favorite way to teach, is just wait and see if it goes away. Yes, chapter 5 and 6, Isaiah. That's right. And the only formula you need is on the quiz. Please try to take it as if it's a real quiz in class. That's the best way to get the right experience so you're ready for the test. Right? If you get help or something on this, you're not going to get help in the final. It's going to suck. All right. How you guys doing? Anybody else have a question, or are you guys just waiting to see what the questions might be? Is that what's happening? And Jelly, you look so comfy. Anybody have a question, or are we just hanging out? Here. I'm going to go to my happy place. Hey, let me see. I'm sorry. Can we do quiz corrections? Of course. I need to make an assignment with the quiz 4 corrections. Do we upload the quiz in Canvas or email? Canvas. Yes, Angeli, thank you. The instructions are on the quiz and on Canvas. Kick ass.
Question.
Yes.
Did you get my chapter 4 and 5 homework? Because I had emailed it to you.
Let me make sure, Vanessa. I know I sent you some stuff back, right?
Yeah, I think that was chapter 5 and 6 you sent me.
I got you. I understand. I'm still trying to catch up. I've got your chapter 3
and 4.
Hold on. Yeah, I sent you 5.1 to 6.2. Let me see what's going on here. I don't see your 4 unless it's, let me see if it's this.
I think I had to send it twice.
You sent through the email?
Yeah.
Okay, let me, anybody else have a question while I go to see if I can see Mineski's stuff here? Let me see. I'm sorry, Mineski. I only see 5.1 to 6.2. Wait. Am I looking in the right place? That would always help. Hold on, Mineski. Erase that last comment from me. Let me see. 5 and 6, chapter 3. There's chapter 4. All right, I'm going to download that right now. I got to go back through all this. This has been insane. So from now on, I'm going to use Canvas. I've got place on Canvas. You can upload homework.
Okay.
Otherwise, I'm going to miss stuff in the email like I just did with this, because there's an insane number of emails from everything in the universe right now, as I'm sure you guys are used to.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a little too easy for me to miss stuff, so I'm sorry. Let me see.
It's okay.
It's okay? I can do it again? No, I'm trying.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome. All right. Vanna, are you okay out there? You're still, or did you log in and then walk away and now you don't even realize class is over? Is that what happened? Poor Vanna. No, okay, there she is. So all right. So if you don't have a question, it's just you and me now. So if you don't have a question, I'm gonna end this. Okay. All right. See you.